Hello all students. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel ePolitical Science, and as you are coming across your paper, your exams are near. This sequence of archival research part 2 is going to discuss on the methods how we carry the archival research, the limitations, advantages, the examples of archival research, what is the relevance of archival research, how we can use it in other sources, और ये archival research के जो ways हैं how we can bring it, उसको मैंने हिंदी में भी इसमें डिस्कस किया है, क्या उसकी उपयोगिताएं हैं। और आप लोग ये जो आर्काइवल रिसर्च पार्ट 2 अभी जो आप वॉच करोगे और उसको सुनोगे, तो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि आर्काइवल रिसर्च पार्ट 1 और पार्ट 2 दोनों ही कंबाइन करके आप अपने एग्ज़ाम्स में एक अच्छा आंसर लिख सकते हो, क्योंकि काफ़ी पॉइंट्स मैंने डिस्कस किया है और एक्सटेंसिवली ये डिस्कशन है. So I will be wishing you all the best for your paper that is on 2nd of June, students. So let us start with the topic. So first of all, how do we carry out the archival research? So the main important idea is defining a research question. What historical social phenomena are you investigating? For example, how did government propaganda shape public opinion during Second World War? Now, locate relevant archives. For example, physical archives, national libraries, museums, universities, example US National Archives, British Library. Digital archives, if we refer, it could be Google Scholar, JSTOR, Internet Archive, ProQuest. Then obtaining access and permissions. Now, some archivals you have to require formal requests or institutional approval is needed. Then digital archives may need certain subscriptions which could be paid or unpaid also sometimes. Now, fourthly, collecting and organizing data. Now, use note taking, photocopying, or digitization. Maintaining metadata. Metadata here means source, data, author. For citations, you have, when you are using citations, you have to quote it. Now, how do we collect the data? Data collection techniques in archival research could employ these techniques like visiting physical archives. You can go and visit physical archives and then obtain accessing informations permissions there, using digital archives and databases, then taking notes, photographing, and interviewing archives. Many times you can interview archives or scholars for the guidance. Now, when you have collected the data, the next part is analyzing data. Content analysis. Now, thematic coding of documents. Now you can analyze content. Now you can document your content. Discourse analysis. Already we have discussed the discourse analysis part, like how the ideological or the communication part can help build your power structures. Now comparative analysis, now cross referencing multiple sources also can be a part of it. Then when you have analyzing the archival data, you also need to identify biases or gaps in archival records. Now many times there are you can say a certain mindset which is involved, certain prejudices are there. So how do we come to know that these gaps or these biases are there? So we cannot just copy and paste the archival's information also. So we need to have that critical understanding also, even if we are using the archival methodology for our research problem. So thematic coding of data for qualitative analysis. Now you have to code also themes. Now thematic coding here means the themes which are involved within your data analysis. So that part you have to look. Now when you have analyzed, now you have to validate your findings. Validate means you have to come to a conclusion that what exactly your research question is and how you took your archival research and whether it is leading to the exact conclusion which you had wanted. Now the triangulation method is there. You compare with the secondary sources. Now what others they are arguing, whether you are near to them or you are different from the others what they want to argue. Then peer review, consult experts to verify interpretations. Now many times we consult the experts, the scholars who are specialized in that particular field, and then they try to locate what exactly our work is there, what exactly their work is there, and then comparison and then the validation can come about. Now आर्काइवल रिसर्च करने की क्या प्रक्रिया है, जैसे मैंने पहले बताया उसको परिभाषित कैसे करेंगे, उसकी विशेषताएं क्या हैं। तो अनुसंधान प्रश्न तय करना, जब आपका अनुसंधान या जो आप शोध करना चाहते हैं प्रश्न ही तैयार नहीं है तो आप कैसे कोई भी प्रक्रिया को निर्धारित करेंगे। तो सबसे पहले शोधकर्ता क्या करता है, यह तय करते हैं कि वे किस विषय या मुद्दे पर शोध करना चाहते हैं। फिर आर्काइव्स और स्रोतों की पहचान हम करते हैं। महत्वपूर्ण पुरालेख और संग्रहित डेटा का पता लगाया जाता है। डेटा का हम जब पता लगाते हैं तो विश्लेषण करते हैं, संग्रहित दस्तावेजों की गहन जांच करके महत्वपूर्ण निष्कर्ष निकाले जाते हैं। परिणामों का मूल्यांकन और निष्कर्ष निकालना होता है। शोधकर्ता अपने अध्ययन के आधार पर निष्कर्ष प्रस्तुत करते हैं। आर्काइवल रिसर्च पद्धति ऐतिहासिक और सामाजिक विज्ञान अनुसंधान के लिए अत्यधिक उपयोगी होती है। अब आर्काइवल रिसर्च की क्या मुख्य उपयोगिताएं हैं, क्या इसके एडवांटेजेस हैं, ये हमें ऐतिहासिक अध्ययन में हेल्प करता है। यह विधि अतीत की घटनाओं को समझाने और उसके सटीक व्याख्या करने में हमें सहायक प्रदान करता है। सामाजिक और सांस्कृतिक विश्लेषण करता है, समाज की संरचनाएं क्या थीं, परंपराएं क्या रहीं, सांस्कृतिक परिवर्तन किस तरह से हुए, उनकी गहराइयों से हमें समझने में इसे मदद मिलती है। इस प्रक्रिया से नीति निर्माण, सरकारें और संगठन ऐतिहासिक डेटा का उपयोग करके नई नीतियों और योजनाओं तैयार करते हैं और कहीं ना कहीं उसको हमें नीति निर्माण प्रक्रियाएं में मदद भी मिलती है और उसमें बदलाव भी हम कर सकते हैं। शैक्षणिक अनुसंधान में बहुत ये उपयोगी होता है क्योंकि विद्यार्थी और शोधकर्ता महत्वपूर्ण ऐतिहासिक दस्तावेजों का अध्ययन करके नई खोज और निष्कर्ष निकाल सकते हैं। संस्थागत रिकॉर्ड प्रबंधन में ये मदद करता है। कंपनी हो चाहे संगठन पुरानी रिपोर्ट्स और डेटा का विश्लेषण करके भविष्य की रणनीति बना सकते हैं कि आगे हम किस तरह से जो हमारी रिसर्च है या उससे रिलेटेड जो हम बदलाव कर सकते हैं, किस तरह का हम चेंज कर सकते हैं, क्या क्या हम अपने अध्ययन में और जोड़ सकते हैं। Now, what are the advantages and limitations of archival research method? Now, as I told you earlier, whenever you are writing advantages or disadvantages, please do not just write the pointers and leave it. You have to explain it. Now, access to rare original sources unavailable elsewhere. The thing is, the one most important advantage is the data which is hardly available. Now the historical data which you can't get anywhere, the original source is archival. Now unobtrusive method, no researcher interference. Now here you don't find any interference, you have the access to the direct data records, so you don't find any hindrance here. Long term perspective on social changes are there. Now when you analyze, when you try to understand the historical research, you can also connect with the social changes, the future changes which the research methodology can bring. Now what are the disadvantages? Now many times the data they are incomplete also sometimes, because some documents may be lost or maybe the photocopying or the recording they are incomplete, or maybe you can say that you are not able to understand, there is no clarity within that. Now biases though is an important idea within the research methodology, where you find the sources they are biased, documents may reflect the author's perspective. whatever he or she may think. Now time consuming because you have to go, sometimes you have to physically access it, and even if you go for online digitization also, maybe it is not available. So it sort of this time consuming method is there, so that part also needs to be explored. Now what are the challenges in archival research? Now when you are talking about the disadvantages, you can also expand it, and then within that you can also just connect the topic challenges, that restricted access or missing records, as I discussed. Now fragility of old documents, because old documents, when it is when it is documented or it is photocopied, it is hardly visible. Now even if you glance, it is not visible through the naked eye. So how come you can deduce what exactly the record is going to depict? Now, language and script barriers, for example, Sanskrit, Persian for Indian history. It could be language barriers. Now, if the other languages are used for that particular historical records, how do you translate in Hindi or English? That translation part is also a very important challenge in archival research. You should write in your exams. Now, need for critical interpretation or of biased historical narratives. So many times we have heard, even in the contemporary times also, that there are many biased historical narratives, textbooks. So we need to just focus on the critical concept and realize what exactly. So we cannot just find what is the truth, but then we can try to connect exactly that if it is biased historical narratives, we need to go beyond that. Then there are various examples of archival research, historical studies like analyzing letters from Civil War soldiers. These are just one example which I am just putting here. You can put other examples as well. Now, in sociology, studying old newspapers to track gender stereotypes or to track caste stereotypes. Political science, reviewing declassified government files on Cold War policies. Digital humanities, archiving, analyzing early internet forums. Now, these are the examples of archival research. Now, how do you do this research? So, what are the tools? So, tools could be note taking, that is Zotero, Evernote, digitization, OCR software, Adobe Acrobat. Then data analysis are there. You can do qualitative coding. So these are the various tools for archival research, where you can use this software tools, and there and then even AI is coming, so you have many tools. So if you can just refine yourself and you can access the archival research, this can make it more convenient to conduct the research methodology, the method to this archival research. So to students, thank you and God bless you. Do well in your paper. You have 3 units. I have told you earlier also. Please focus on all the units, and even if you are not thorough with a particular unit, try to at least read few topics so that it doesn't go unaddressed when you are writing a paper and you have a command and understanding on that topic. So I think you'll all do well and stay connected. All the best again. Thank you.